What's up, y'all? It's Asia back again with a quick video. I wanted to discuss the debacle on the Fresh and Fit podcast involving Asian Doll and the comments that were said to her and after she left, just about Black women in general, right? So if you haven't heard, there's this podcast with these two guys. One is Black. One of the guys doesn't really look to be Black to me. He's maybe Middle Eastern or something of the sort. They had, they have a bunch of people on their podcast. It seems like when they have people on, it's like a table full of like mixed women and maybe one or two Black women. Asian Doll was on, like I said. Apparently, she wasn't getting along with the Middle Eastern guy. I don't even want to learn their names, to be honest with you, because I don't think they deserve that much respect. But yeah, the beanhead, the Middle Eastern little beanhead looking one. So they got into it, and Asian Doll like ended up leaving. She ended up walking off of the podcast. I feel like she felt disrespected. In ways, she was disrespected for sure. And she stood up for herself. And I'm glad that she left without making a huge scene. She just left and went about her business. But when she left, the two hosts proceeded to talk about how Black women are ratchet and that's why they don't mess with Black women, and they only mess with the occasional red bone, which to me was weird because it's like, okay, so red bones aren't Black women now? All right, because I could have sworn red bones were Black women, just in a lighter complexion. Could have sworn. My sisters, I'm the darkest of my sisters. My mom and my sisters are both very, 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 very fair. Considered, I guess, could be considered red bone. I don't think they ever identified with anything other than being a Black woman. But anyway, in their eyes, if you're a red bone, you're okay. If you're a Black woman that's melanated, you're ratchet. You're not worth their time. They also went on to say that they don't night ride. That was the term they used to talk about how they don't mess with Black women. They also said they don't mess with bunquishas or some stereotypical ghetto name that they wanted to use to refer to Black women. Mind you, this is all in like one sentence. It was like literally a flurry of anti-Black stereotypes, anti-Black woman stereotypes, all like just thrown at one time from this Middle Eastern man. And I just want to see like where are the Black men at? Where are the Black men at? Because I feel like Black men, they more often than not hold this sentiment, and it's sad. And I know there are some Black men out there that still support Black women. I want to see where they are. I want to see if they're going to say anything. Because when I go on Twitter, all I see is mostly Black women talking about how this is really ridiculous. And I see a sprinkling of Black men saying that it's ridiculous and that it's wrong. But it should be way more backlash for this non-Black man to be talking about Black women this way, to basically just like talk about us like we're nothing, and how he doesn't want to mess with us. But what I find interesting is like, and Joe Budden mentioned this, and I'll say of the celebrities, Joe Budden and Young Jock. have come out and said that this is wrong, basically, that, you know, it's BS. But one of the points that Joe Budden made was, it's not that you don't mess with black women, it's that they don't mess with you. And I feel like that's true. I feel like black women have never messed with him, particularly the ugly beanhead one, the one that's not black. I feel like black women have never been interested in you because you're, quite frankly, like, not that good looking. You're not, you don't have any kind of, like, swag. You don't seem to be very smart. You just don't, you're not desirable. And so I could see growing up you being rejected by black women. I could see you growing up feeling like, man, F these black women, they ghetto anyway, because you don't have access to them. You can't manipulate them the way that you manipulate other races of women. And we know that he is a manipulator of women because we've seen this on the internet as well. We've seen, just in like the little bit of research I did, I found a video of him talking about how if a woman doesn't want to have sex with you, how what you do is you get up and you go into another room and you get on the phone and pretend that you're calling another woman to have sex. And she need, you know, basically to manipulate this woman into having sex with you that already has expressed that she doesn't want to, which is kind of rapey in my opinion, but we're not gonna go there. It feels sexually assaultish in my opinion, to try to coerce, to try to manipulate somebody into sexual activity. But anyway, we know that he has to manipulate people, and that I guess he's found that black women are not the ones that he can do that to. Maybe he just isn't attracted to black women. I don't know. But I just think it's disgusting to get on the internet and to talk about a group of women in this way. A group of women that really just want to be left the hell out of it. Like, really just don't want to even be a part of the conversation. Like, why are we even being mentioned? Because you happen to get into it with a black woman, now you have to talk down on all black women? Why couldn't it just be a situation that you had with this black woman that you didn't like and move on? Why does it have to now be, well, that's why we don't mess with black women, because black women this and black women that. It's just, and then the other one, the one that is black, he's sitting over there making comments, making the Bunquisha comments and saying black women are ratchet, and that he likes messing with, I guess, white women or whatever the case. And it's like, y'all look stupid, because what do y'all think y'all are to these white women or these non-black women? Do you think that you're the dreamboat that they've been waiting for? Or do you think you're a lick? I'll wait. Do you think that you're the dreamboat that they've been waiting for with your ugly ass? Or do you think that they are using you for what they can get out of you because they realize that you're a self-hating black person? I'm talking about the black guy. You're a self-hating black person who hates women of the same race as you and are willing to go out of your way for any woman that's not black because you think that they're more valuable. But do they see you as valuable is the question. Because I don't think that they do. I don't think that these non-black women see value in you either. Just the same way that the black women didn't want to be bothered with you, these white women don't want to be either. But they see what you have. That's why they'll sit around that table on that stupid podcast, Fresh and Fit. What's fresh or fit? Who's fresh, who's fit? Because neither one of them are fresh or fit. Neither one of them are good looking. Neither one of them are fit. Neither one of them are giving me fresh. In the words of Justin J, I don't see any of it. If you know that quote, you've been on YouTube for a long time. But I don't see any of it. Where's the freshness? Freshness. Where's the fitness? I don't see mental fitness. I don't see physical fitness. I don't see any of it. So I'm trying to understand, like I said, why it needs to be a conversation about Black women in general. Why do we have to be dragged into anything and talked about how we're not this and we're not that, when we're so many things that are positive, so many things that are magical, so many things that are beautiful that reside within us Black women. But all people can seem to talk about is how our skin is dark and they don't see the value in it, and we're ghetto and blah, 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 blah. Why are you talking about us then? Black women, Black people need to stop supporting podcasts like this. Black men need to stop supporting podcasts like this, but they won't, because like I said, a lot of them hold these same ideas as far as like what they think of Black women, and it's sad. And it's because they have their own hang-ups with Black women, whether it be with their mother, their uncle, their auntie, their granny, whoever they have issues with. Self-hate runs deep. Self-hate runs very, very deep. And then briefly, Jack Boy. Wasn't Jack Boy engaged to Asian Doll? He came out and was talking about the situation, and he didn't even barely defend Asian Doll. Like, all he did was talk about how, oh, if it was me on there, I would have to fight before I left. Even if you're not with Asian Doll no more, you about to marry her, you don't have nothing to say about how wrong she was treated, about how you got her back. This is the problem. This is the problem. What I'm like, why didn't he have anything to say to defend this woman that he was about to marry? Do y'all even value marriage? Like, I'm just saying. I really am just saying. I know there are a small number of Black men that don't feel this way, but I feel like the overwhelming majority either thinks this way, or if they don't think this way, they excuse this type of thinking. And you can't convince me any different. I've been on this earth almost 40 years, and I've seen it. I've seen it being a Black woman, and like I mentioned earlier, being a brown-skinned woman, and especially being in close proximity to lighter-skinned Black women, and how people treat you differently, how people treat you like as if you're not as desirable or good-looking or beautiful, or whatever the case may be, to your lighter-skinned counterparts. Like, I've seen it firsthand. Like, through, like I said, being around my family, being around friends, being around other people, just being in the world. And I'm not even that dark. So I can imagine if I was darker. I can imagine what darker-skinned women feel like when they have to deal with stuff like this. You know? Whenever I was like younger and I was out in the sun a lot and I was darker, people would make that like a bad thing. People would say, oh, you're getting too dark. It's always been a thing about being dark. And it's crazy because anyone with eyes can see, like, melanin is so fucking beautiful. Somebody with just clear melanated skin, like, they don't need makeup. They don't need nothing because it's just beauty. It's just, it's like polished wood. It's like just polished glass. It's beauty. And it kills me to see them disrespect somebody like Asian Doll, who's also a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Black woman. Like, you know, she's young. I'm not saying she's a prime example of what a Black woman should be inside and out, but she don't deserve that. Like, she don't deserve that just based off the fact of her being Black. She don't deserve that. I appreciate what Young Jock said. I think Young Jock made a lot of points, and he was saying, like, certain stuff shouldn't be able to go. Like, certain stuff shouldn't be able to rock. Cancel culture should work in some cases. And I think this is one of the cases where it should work. It should work because as Black people, we need to start getting rid of things that don't serve us as a community. We need to start saying no to things that only further poison our community. Colorism poisons our community, continues to poison our community to this day. Now, where it started, I'm not going to go into like where it started or any of that, but all I'm saying is colorism continues to poison our communities to this day. And it's bad enough that other people judge us based on what color we are, but then we're doing it to each other, and it's just really sad. It's really sad. But as I said, Fresh and Fit podcast, can we get them out of here? Can we get them out of here? Because, like, as I said, I don't see the benefit. Can we divest? Can we boycott? Can we sign a petition? Can we do something to get rid of these motherfuckers? And I know they're not the only ones. We got the Kevin Samuels of the world out here down talking Black women, saying that Black women don't experience domestic violence and all kind of crazy stuff. Like, Black women are more likely to experience domestic violence than any other woman of any other race. And he had the nerve to say that they don't experience it. And, you know, like I said, there's others. These are just a couple of examples of the Black women hating men on the internet. Let's get them out of here. Like, let's get them out of here. Fresh and Fit, y'all not fresh or fit. Y'all are lame, corny. Both of y'all are ugly. I'm just saying. Neither one of y'all are good looking. And I think y'all know that. And y'all have been stepped on probably for a long time. And now that y'all have a little bit of fame and notoriety, y'all want to down other people. Y'all want to step on Black women because they're the easiest people to step on. But nah. Nah. That shit gotta stop. Anyway, I feel like I've said what I need to say. What do y'all think? I really would like to know what y'all think of this situation. Have you seen the clip? Have you heard about the situation? What do you think of, you know, what Joe Budden and Jock had to say? Yeah, let me know. Hope y'all are having a good morning. It's early. Hope y'all have a good day. Bye.